And now, your First Alert 5 weather.
And although not as warm as what we saw throughout the weekend, still a relatively mild start to the week here in southern Colorado. Both areas above average for this time of the year, and pretty warm in Pueblo at 55. Unlike the 68 though we saw back on Saturday, which was the warmest day of the year so far. And tonight we are tracking some changes here in the News 5 viewing area. It looks like some snow is beginning to expand and blow up as expected south of the Arkansas River Valley into the mountains. Some of these areas by daybreak tomorrow morning could see between 1 to 4 inches, but we're also watching a little bit of light snow up across the northern plains. And I think some of this through about midnight works its way into Colorado Springs, mainly up towards the Teller County area, also right along the Palmer Divide where we could see a quick burst, maybe some very light accumulations through about midnight tonight. But again, the heaviest snow, you can see it on our live local radar. Colder air settling in. So we've got snowy conditions this evening on the southern I-25 corridor from Trinidad to Walsenburg, and some heavier snow heading west up across the Levita Pass, which divides the eastern areas, the plains, from the San Luis Valley. A little bit closer to the Pikes Peak region, generally seeing dry conditions here, but again, a little bit of light snow just to the west of Pueblo, out across the Wet Mountains and Wet Mountain Valley. Here's the live cam view from our Rock Rimmon studios. Pretty nice night, but still on the windy side outside today. And unfortunately, the wind is something that we're going to have to contend with pretty much throughout the week. We get a little bit of a break tomorrow, but the winds really pick back up in a big way as we make our way towards Wednesday and Thursday. Right now in Pueblo, the wind is a little bit weaker now than what we had seen earlier today, sustained around 10, gusting around 20, with a temperature around 42. So again, we concentrate the heaviest amounts of snow down south. Could see around 2 to 4 inches by tomorrow morning for Levita, maybe up to an inch Walsenburg to Trinidad, possibly up to 2 for Rye. And if we get a trace in the Springs, I'd say we're pretty lucky. Most of it that falls later tonight, probably up towards Teller County, northern parts of El Paso County. And again, this will be a quick passing glance of some snow showers. Nothing too significant expected here into southern Colorado. By Tuesday morning, most of us go back to sunshine, so it'll be a nice start to your day on Tuesday. And in fact, that sunshine expected to stick around throughout most of the day. Temperatures, though, they'll be a little bit cooler than what we saw today. So by tomorrow morning, we say goodbye to the first system in what looks like an active week of weather. The second one digs into Colorado from the north, and this one is going to have a lot of energy, but on the current track, mainly comes in the form of wind and not really snow. If we do get the snow, it's going to favor the mountain areas, but there is the potential we could see a little bit of snow overnight into Thursday morning for the plains and the I-25 corridor as well. Overnight lows tonight down to the single digits, teens and lower 20s. Most mild across the southeast plains. Your highs tomorrow into the 30s and 40s. So those temperatures down a few degrees from what we saw this afternoon. Take a look at your super 7-day forecast. We go from 44 to 51, so we're warm with those downslope winds on Wednesday. And then the real big gust comes in on Thursday with gusts around 30 to 50. Could see isolated gusts to 60. Again, a little bit of snow can't be ruled out right now. Not looking like a big deal, maybe an inch possible in some areas. We're dry and gorgeous, though, as we head towards the weekend. Take a look at your Pueblo Super 7-day forecast. We go from the 40s to the 50s, and then we're coldest on Thursday because that looks to be the most unsettled day with the wind and maybe some early morning snow showers, but absolutely stunning with a high of 64 by Saturday. Really a roller coaster ride of weather here in Canyon City, but none of these storms bring in that really cold Canadian air. So although we have some snow and colder weather Thursday, we still stay pretty close to the average, just a little bit below it. Woodland Park, I've got 30s here on Tuesday with that snow and wind moving in. We're down to the 20s on Thursday. I want to bring your attention to this crash here on the east side of town. This is westbound Woodman at Lexington. Traffic being diverted down onto Lexington. So pretty much from Lexington, Union, that road is closed as the investigation for that accident is underway. Send it back to you.
Alan, thank you.